Most MCP servers answer a question. This one refuses to answer if it can't answer safely. That sounds like a small choice. It isn't. It's the choice that decides whether your agent stack is still trustworthy 6 months from now. Future ready agent engineering fee for code, for search, for retrieval usually means the same three things: more accurate, more current, more capable. None of that applies here. This is a Vedic astrology decision engine. There is no test suite for did this answer correctly diagnose someone's career arc. There is no benchmark. There is no oracle of truth. So, future readiness can't mean more accurate over time. It has to mean something different. It has to mean more trustworthy over time. It has to mean the safety properties this system promises today still hold 3 months from now after four model upgrades, two new advisor modes, and a refactor of the engine underneath. That's a much harder design target than accuracy. So we made a different bet. The engine is rule based and deterministic. Swiss Ephemeris underneath, the same library professional astrology software uses 9 layers of qualitative reasoning above it, no probabilities, no LLM in the decision path. The MCP layer on top is intentionally thin. 4 files. Each one changes for exactly one reason: pipeline orchestration, schema serialization, UI assembly, contract verification. If a specific UI library changes, only prefab views.py changes. If the engine ships a new safety pattern, only the contract checkpoints change. The interface stays stable. Future readiness means when the engine drifts and engines drift, the surface breaks visibly instead of silently shipping bad data. So we wrote contracts. 3 of them checked on every single response. Pause alignment. When the timeline says do not act, 4 metadata fields must agree. Decision type: confidence, aggression. The directive itself: health safety. In health prevention mode, no diagnostic phrasing in user visible text. No prescriptions. The output must point to a clinician. Remedy safety. Gemstone advice without the strengthen versus propitiate distinction can amplify affliction instead of relieving it. So that distinction is mandatory. If the engine ever produces output that violates a contract, the user gets nothing instead of getting something wrong. A naive substring check would fail this domain. The engine's actual safety language is the chart cannot tell you whether you have a specific condition. That sentence contains the phrase you have, and it's the exact opposite of a diagnosis. So the contract checker is negation aware, 60 character window, 16 negation markers, calibrated against actual engine vocabulary, not against a guess. Now look at what the user sees in Claude. The prefab UI is not pretty packaging, it's a policy surface. Phase 1 of the timeline is the only phase shown, that's the user's current moment. Pause is explicitly flagged, so the client can style it differently from active phases. Severity on the avoid list is engine ranked, not UI classified. The client cannot accidentally style its way around safety. Every visible decision was made upstream by a layer that knew the doctrine. One last thing, every decision gets a UUID before the pipeline runs, so even contract failures are traceable. Smriti, timeline state, threads through every call, so a user who's actually stabilized after pause is never retrapped by the same chart configuration. Decision ID ties, feedback, logs, and replay together. When someone reports a confusing answer 30 days later, you can replay it exactly. Same chart, same context, same engine version. Future readiness for this domain is a contract problem. So we built a contract layer,